Hello there, my staratlas family. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking about staratlas for the next 10 to 15 minutes as I talk to you about things I think you need to know. Okay, there's a few things that have changed in the staratlas economy, and you definitely need to know, especially if you like having atlas and you like making a living, or you like, redeeming stuff, or, changes in the economy. Generally, these things are good to know anyway. So I'm going to keep it light this time, my friends. I do have a little class I'm going to later on, so I want to make sure we cover Star Atlas this week. Let's get to it. First thing, before we do all of that, I just wanted to highlight this glorious picture that has been circulating the tweetverse. It is glorious, guys. Let's just put it out there. Okay, this is Santi, of course. This is one of the community moderators, not community moderators, community managers. Very nice. Let's make it into a shirt, shall we? It looks good. Very good. I wanted to perpetuate the putting it out there, because it's a very glorious picture. Santi. Maybe Dom, you can, I think you guys knew it. It was on the brew and everything. Everyone knows about this by now. Now, I was browsing the staratlas Twitter just for anything new, and there have been some new things, but I saw something I really wanted to show you. So staratlas Twitter put this out there. Would you play this game? And this game looks gorgeous. Okay, look at the images here. It looks absolutely amazing. And then I saw the first tweet that really got to me. Okay, I'm going to put myself away so you can see this. The first tweet says it. See cool indie space game. Look inside. It's a crypto scam. And then a meme of a dog face. That's really disappointing, isn't it? It's like, man, like all of this stuff, I don't get up every single week. Well, I was going to say get up every day, but I don't get up every day for Star Atlas. I get up every week to at least make a video, maybe one, maybe two, in a week on what people are calling a crypto scam. It really hurts, it demotivates you. But for me, I'm aware because I'm in the space. I know it's not a crypto scam. I know there is a bunch of people behind the scenes working really hard to make this go. Yes, there have been delays. Yes, there have been lots of stuff happening. But at the same time, it's not a scam. You can't call it a scam. So that's categorically false. And that's it. That's the end of the discussion, right? There shouldn't be any more. It's just, is the team good? That's it. That's the next conversation. Are they shipping? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? What are they not doing? Etc. But anyway, let's keep going. So I saw some pictures in the foundation room that I really thought, not in the foundation room because that's illegal to show you, just in the Discord that I thought I wanted to show you. And this looks pretty cool. Look at it. It's like a little missile going out to hit on Ruch. I don't know how to say it. Now, what do you need to know, my friends? This is what I wanted to make a video about. Okay, Sage Labs patch notes on June 20th. This was just yesterday, and it is currently live now. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of patch notes. Let's go through them very slowly so you understand what's happening. The first big thing is the SDU requirements for Starbase upgrading. So people were saying that there was a giant leap between the SDU requirements when you go and upgrade from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3. And up all the way up to tier 5 for SDUs. Now, of course, they've reduced the requirements required to upgrade it to tier 3, 4, and 5 by about 6 times. So that's actually very good. So that's one bottleneck to upgrade a lot of these Star Atlas spaces. If we can reduce that, then of course it gets easier to go ahead and upgrade, and then we can do more at these star bases. Upgrading a tier 1 starbase to tier 2 remains unchanged. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Who was that actually? Let's go see. That was Dominic. Now, let's go to the next big part of the patch notes. This is where the good stuff is, my friends. Okay, first thing, automatic LP contributions. In an effort to make Atlas earnings easier to understand and make the game more resilient to manipulation, which negatively impacts certain player demographics, LP will now automatically be deposited towards the Epoch's LP pool upon receiving it. Players will no longer be able to deposit LP at their own discretion. So what does this mean? This means basically, remember how when you go and redeem something, for example, LP from the exchange because you helped the faction do something, like for example, deposited food or helped upgrade a starbase, you could save that LP and then you can save it for a week or a month, and then after 1 month you're like, okay, I'm going to deposit all of it now, which is a bad idea because you're going to just get wrecked. Right? They're saying from now, no, you can't do that anymore. You get your Atlas right away from the LP contribution, at least maybe until the end of the epoch. Sorry, it's not right away, at the end of the epoch, which is what, every 24 hours. So every 24 hours, you're going to get automatic whatever you have earned. You can't bank it, okay? Now, my concern I raised before was that I'm hoping that they still have some other kind of banking, maybe bank like 1%, so that you can go and purchase stuff in the LP store, bank 10%, you know, so you can bank, you can take it to the LP store, etc. Now, how long do you have until you have to use the LP in your account right now before it automatically gets deposited or automatically gets redeemed? You have 2 weeks from now to do it. Okay, this was from yesterday, so you have 1 week and 6 days to deposit LP balance at their own discretion. After that, the LP deposit feature will be deactivated, so you got to go ahead and do it. Either smooth it out over the next 2 weeks, because you know what's going to happen. Some people who haven't played for a while, who have their LP still in their accounts, by the end of the 2 weeks, there's going to be a giant spike where everyone who forgot it is now going to be automatically redeemed. Okay, so you want to avoid that giant spike. Hopefully, if you're playing it, if you have slider running, you are aware of these things. Now, not on top of that, they have also changed some of the what do you call it? The LP rewards for some of the items, and I think they're actually very significant, guys. So, of course, each component for upgrading, for upkeep, have new LP values in an effort to help with game balance and avoid undesirable advantages for certain player demographics. Let's have a look at it. What are the big changes? First off, toolkits go from 6 to 14 LP. That's a 2%, 2%. That's a ×2 increase, ×2 multiplier. That's huge. Huge. Food as well has a ×2 multiplier. Food went from 3 LP to 6 LP. So before, I used to have to deposit 1 million food to be able to get 3 million LP. Okay, when I redeemed that, that was about 350 Atlas, give or take. So it was a really bad deal. Now, if I get 6 million LP, that may end up being around 600, maybe 700 Atlas. And that's not too bad, because considering if you have to go and sell it on the marketplace, I used to get about 1,000 Atlas. So it's still not the best, but it is something. But you know what the other benefit of the food is? That means people will be able to put into the CSS a lot easier and be able to craft a lot easier, because we won't be slowed anymore. We'll be a lot faster now, okay? Because people will get more Atlas for their LP or their food in the staratlas CSS or whichever space station, okay? People will feel more inclined to do it. The frameworks remained unchanged. This is quite interesting, isn't it? There's a lot of things here, and they're all having a change, but frameworks are the only thing that are unchanged. Now, I don't do frameworks myself. I understand a lot of people do frameworks because they were the mid to lower tier, highest profitability. Okay, if I have that wrong, I think that was on the AFIA Flipside dashboard. Like you and me, medium players, we can go ahead and craft frameworks and redeem them. And that gives you the highest return. But if you have a large fleet, like over tens of thousands, then you can go and do something else, which is higher reward. And I think that's in this list here, okay? So very interesting that frameworks haven't changed Pepe. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to be removing Pepe, okay? I think he's outlived his time. Pepe's going to go away. I'm going to have something else in his place. Electronics went from 70 to 76 LP. Meh. Power sources 90 to 108, meh. Electromagnets 128 to 135, meh. Field stabilizers 288 to 255, a small reduction there instead of an increase, right? Radiation absorbers, this is where it gets crazy. Radiation absorbers, these are the higher tiered items where the whales would craft a lot of these, because they're the only ones who could craft these, because to go and grab it and bring it back, you had to do it with scale. If you go a small ship and go and grab it and come back, you've lost already. Like, even if just going there, you've lost already. The radiation absorbers have reduced from 768 LP to 332 LP. My god, that's like a half reduction in radiation absorbers. That's crazy. These whales may not be happy with this. Let's see what they say, okay? Particle accelerators, even worse, 1.9k LP. That was a huge LP dump for those guys. You know, they would get so much LP for crafting particle accelerators. That now gives you 480. Oh my god, let's see what's happened there. Let's see what's happened there. 920. a 4%, a 4 times 4 decrease, right? They've decreased it 4 times. My God, holy crap. Not even by 2, which is an increase of 2, but even by 4. My God, these guys. Like, I don't do any of that. I don't do radiation absorbers. I don't do particle accelerators. But you can see that is a huge hit to their bottom line. Now, anyone who was actually saving particle accelerators or saving radiation absorbers to go and redeem, oh my God, they're not going to be happy. SDUs remain unchanged. Anyway, that's the game, guys. Okay, remember, the team will be adjusting a lot of the economics. You cannot get upset by this, okay? You cannot. If you're making plans for 1 year in the future, no, things will change, okay? You can't get upset. That's what I'm saying. Now, what else? What else has changed? Meta crafting station. Now, these are the third-party recipes. Oh my God. Honeyland. Do you guys remember that? Where was that? Sandbox. Where was that? So a team do a lot of things that it takes a while for it to actually eventuate, but we have one case example here of something now eventuating, which is very good. Now, this is the different things to craft, and I'm very happy we're finally getting there because this is another sync that people can do, okay? Not necessarily like for things in the game, but for things outside of the game, for example. But today we're introducing the Meta Crafting Station where you can craft items from outside of the direct staratlas universe. They added the Meta Crafting Station to the staratlas labs, which is, and I'll show you right now, that's just a different interface so you can craft other things. And then the first thing in there is a Super Phoenix DAO poster recipe. How awesome is that? So the Super Phoenix DAO, I know it's Athea and a lot of the people in staratlas are getting excited about the Super Phoenix DAO. I haven't looked into them too much, so I will stop saying stuff there. I'm gonna show you that, by the way. And lastly, they do know some bugs, so if some bugs have happened for you, go ahead and have a look at them. Now let's go and see what this meta crafting thing is, okay? And also to the team, if we could please get the actual changelog updated here. You know, we're on version 3.011. The changelog has up to version 3.073, which is a long time ago. So I understand you guys released the patch notes here, but the patch notes should be in here. This is where they're supposed to be. This is where patch notes are supposed to be released. Discord is like the second spot. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, who am I to say this? Let's go ahead and see operations, and then let's see the crafting workshop, okay? Now you have the standard crafting recipes here, or I should say staratlas crafting recipes rather than standard, whatever. And then they have the meta crafting recipes. So let's click on that and you see the first one there, the Edge of Paradise. Now you need some 40k aerogel, 67k toolkits, 200k food, 361 hydrogen, and 361 carbon. And it releases the Edge of Paradise. I wonder if that is in the Staratlas marketplace right now. Let's go ahead and see. Ooh, very interesting. So remember, we were supposed to be getting there's a lot of stuff we can do here. Honeyland is waiting for this, right? I guess, for them to craft something. I forget. We could do a whole lot of other stuff with games in Solana by themselves. And then we can do stuff with like things that we've worked on with other gaming teams. For example, the Sandbox. You remember those headsets that we did that you could design in the Sandbox and then try and win a prize. Someone won an Opal Bitboat. That was like 10k. That was very, very good prize winning. So they won that, right? What if we could turn that into an equipment and then you could craft it just like this, right? This is how we start crafting other equipment, man. Anyway, let's go and see collectibles, and then it will be in posters. Posters, let's go and see. BCC 1, 2, 3. Hey, there it is. There it is. It's right behind me. There we go. The Edge of Paradise. There are no sellers in Atlas, and there are no sellers in USDC. Oh, that's a shame. Why can't we create an order? Oh no, that sucks. Look at it. Super Phoenix, the Edge of Paradise. Looks like a nice poster. Looks pretty good. Experience the apex of leisure as you gaze out over a tranquil sandy beach where gentle waves lap softly across the shore. Beyond the beach, the horizon melts into the infinite depths of space, where stars are like diamonds and distant galaxies create a mesmerizing, otherworldly backdrop. The scene is a perfect blend of serenity and cosmic wonder, capturing the moment of pure relaxation at the Edge of Paradise. Reward level 1. Ooh, what does that mean? Do you get a reward level? Ooh, very interesting. Oh, actually, let's see the supply. 250,000 on million. Yeah, 225,000 supply plus a reward level 1. There's 1 out of 3 series of the posters, and then emergence poster. That's a type. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so I wonder if I'm going to craft these. I'm going to quickly do a calculation and see how much it's going to cost before we end up crafting this. Because if it's like, you know, $50, then no. If it's like $10 to 5 to 2, then yes. Okay. Okay, so let's move on, my friends. Things that you should know still is that the team have said they will be not releasing any more features onto Starbase. Why is that? Because we know we are transitioning to Fleet Command, which is the UE5 version of Starbase. That's where it's transitioning to, okay? And because the idea is that when they keep making more features onto Starbase, they have to also then make that feature onto UE5. So right now they're saying, no, we don't want that. We don't want to put more stuff and then put it more here again. We're just going to make it here instead, right? So don't expect any more updates for Star Atlas Stage Labs. Maybe economic changes, fine, but not new features. There's a big difference there. And just to jog your memory, if you don't remember Fleet Command, this is what we were talking about before. So this is the UE5 version where it does look much nicer. You can cut out all of this extra stuff. Give us the actual... Come on. Why is it not going? Yeah, do you remember Fleet Command? Very good. It does, I think it'll look much better. Early in-game footage. Now, imagine if that's actually what it looks like now. There'd be hundreds and hundreds of ships. One CSS has 400 ships there, for God's sake. It does look cool. It does look cool, especially when combat comes along. Now, this is weird because they're not going... Yeah. It's just... It's concept for now, okay? Early in-game footage. Very, very early in-game footage, right? This is what I'm hoping it will look like, okay? It is a bit toyish. It looks toyish. They need to improve the jet and thrusters. It looks like... Anyway. Yeah, so this is it. So that's Fleet Command. That's what you should expect later on down the road, okay? Now, the big things you should still know about is there's a town hall that's just been announced. Of course, you can see that. That's my time. No way I'm going to make that. I don't think so. Unless I don't have a shift the next morning. I usually start work at about 7 a.m. So I wake up at 5. So I don't know. Maybe it's possible I could make it. But I can't make a video right after it. And just wait. No, because I need to wait for people to digest the information. I need to digest the information while I'm at work. And then I'll make a video on this. But yeah, they're saying biggest town hall ever hosted is happening on July 3rd. And better be careful. Are you sure it's the biggest town hall? Let's use our words carefully, guys. Now, the next thing, there has been some images shared. This is the TWA gun. As I always shared before, I always thought the TWA weapons looked way too modern and techy. They need to look a lot more rocky, right? I don't think it looks very rocky. It's basically a modern tech weapon, just encased in rock. Okay, I think it shouldn't be a modern tech weapon encased in rock. I think it should be a rock-based weapon encased in rock. I hope that makes sense. And here's another one. Similar idea. It's a modern tech weapon. Just look at it. It's got steel and everything. I know steel is a kind of rock derivative of a rock anyway, but meh, never mind. And now, lastly, the Star Atlas Rebase reminder. So this happened 6 hours ago. So just so you know, Atlas prices go up and down, and of course after some time some price of something that's worth $10 in that Atlas price is not actually worth $10 anymore. It's worth like $9 because the Atlas price has gone down, and so the team are going to rebalance that or rebase that to change the Atlas units to make sure it's back to worth $10. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Now, lastly, there are two things I wanted to chat to you about. Where is the Discord? Go to the Sly thing, and they had a little announcement that they just put out. They said, it's strongly advised that everyone do a hard refresh of your SA-based game. Yesterday's update requires a refresh, otherwise Sly transactions will error. And when transactions error, they still cost Solana, each one costing Sol for the failed transaction. You know what that means? It's gonna keep trying the transaction. It's a computer, it doesn't know. It's gonna keep trying the transaction. It's gonna fail, try, fail all the time. It's gonna do it how many times a second? It's gonna run out of Solana. Okay, so check your Solana balances just in case. Now, secondly, additionally, Starbase upgrades will likely not work properly. It's advised to avoid upgrades through Sly until I get a new version released. So don't worry, Sly Groove is working on all of it. It's amazing. Now, lastly, if you're in Solana, make sure you've checked Zeta Markets. You might have an airdrop waiting for you, okay? And this is just one of the perpetual exchanges on Solana. I think it's a perpetual exchange. I did just a little bit of it. I just used it a little bit, and I only got like a 200 unit airdrop, which I think is the minimal, is the lowest amount. So it's nothing crazy. It's not like Jupiter airdrop or Jito airdrop, which is 10k and like 20k. None of that. The airdrop method slows down. That's how it usually works. Usually there's one big circle, you know, it's like a receding line, you know. There's something really big first, and then the second one's like half the size, and then the third one's half the size. This is like 6 sizes down, so it's like really small, where everyone is farming it, super saturated. The token isn't worth much. It's not a big bull market anymore. People are not as happy now. People are going to sell it right away. The price isn't going to increase as much. Tokenomics aren't as good. So, you know, you get what I mean? It always starts out really good. Like the first airdrop was Jito. That spurred so much. Now this is like the 6th, 7th airdrop in Solana. Not as good. Nothing exciting anyway. All right, my friends. So that's it. I promised 10 minutes, but we're up to 21 minutes already. So I apologize for that. But you guys say you don't mind anyway. Okay, my friends. Thank you very much. I will leave you and love you. Ciao for now. Bye.